Alright, welcome to today's model showcase. Today I'm going to go over some Techpriest engine sears I made. Little background, I do have an Imperial Army, but I don't use a lot of Techpriests. I don't think I'll ever use 5, but I am writing a narrative campaign where the Imperium is, well, I should say the Adeptus Mechanicus is working their way into a Necron tomb world that is just barely started to stir, and of course their Techpriests are trying to go in and find and pillage as much of the technology as they can. There's a lot of behind the scenes I guess heretical acquisition of technology that the Adeptus does get involved in. So I'm writing a story kind of to go over that and see here's what happens when the Imperium meddles in the Necrons. The individuals I was hoping would play the Necron, though, is getting rid of his army, so that campaign kind of is on hold. You guys won't be seeing that narrative campaign on the channel for a while until I could line up another Necron player. I do have the Adeptus Mechanicus player, and I also have a Eldar player who could fill out the other two players in the game. But all right, well, anyway, the main character on the Mechanicus side is a Techpriest who's is actually an explorator, Magus explorator, that is running the expedition to this world, and he's assisted by a handful of Techpriests that are with him to, again, I find this technology and manipulate it to benefit the Empire. So, or Imperium, I should say. So, this is my first, the main character. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these guys out of the way so that they don't detract from this. I'm not going to go over every single one of them in detail, but because there's a lot of variety. But I'm going to talk to you about some of the things that I've done in this. The base kit for all 5 of these is the Skitarii Rangers. Now, the heads, you can use, I was able to use some of the Skitarii Veteran or Skitarii Ranger kits, or heads like this one, with the augmented cybernetic components in their heads. It looks so Techpriest. I had to use a couple of those. But in some of the Space Marine kits, you've got some heads that are also augmented with various cybernetics, and so that's what I used here, was a Space Marine head that actually kind of looks like Darth Vader's head the way I ended up painting it. The base Skitarii model, no real improvements there. This, however, the force, or I should say the power axe, is actually from maxmini.eu. I'll put a link to their, hopefully this page is still specifically there. I'll put a link to their site, and particularly this page, down in the comments below, or the description below. I've used a servo skull to add to their regular backpack here. Now what's interesting, what I did is I took a servo arm kit from Zinj Industries to give him his single servo arm he's supposed to have. And it came out fairly nice. I really like the way it looks. It actually matched what I was going for in my mind's eye. So very, very pleased with the outcome of that particular kit. Very, very pleased. So Zinj Industries, just to kind of show you what their, I'll again put their link in the pages below, and I'll actually link to their particular site. But this is their catalog that you'll actually get when you order. And here's actually one of their servo arms. That's not the one I used here, but this is one of their large servo arms. So, but that's just a whole bunch of resin that they have in their catalog. It's a very large, what I consider a large catalog for resin manufacturers, resin parts. Really, really like some of these. Gave me a lot to think about. So anyway, I'll put this in the bottom, in the description below, their link, and the link to the page where they actually have, sorry about the camera, where they actually have the particular servo arm piece, and you can see what I did there. Now the servo arm kit actually comes with the back connection and the back, the what I call the rear arm. It has a tool that's in front. It could be there's a camera. It looks like a camera, claw, a couple other things, as well as a forearm, and it has 2 central arms. Now, I didn't need a 4-segment arm, so I just used 2 here, which basically allowed me to use the other 2 pieces to make another servo arm on one of the other guys, like this. So I used the 2 middle sections to create his servo arm. Again, he also has a claw. Now in this case, his force axe was made using the blade from a Chaos battle axe from, I think it was a Chaos Warrior's Chariot from Warhammer Fantasy, and used from him, added part of the Electro Priest staff and equipment there to make his force axe, or sorry, not force axe, but power axe. And then throw a las pistol in there for good measure. So that one, again, Skitarii Ranger with a few extra bits, and that I think also is a Space Marine head. Okay. This is one of the others. Now this particular tool up here, that is one of the what looks like a multi-barrel camera. That's what it looks like. And so I put it on the one Skitarii that has the sensor. I don't know what that's called. I don't actually collect Skitarii, but it makes sense. You know, they're trying to collect data and record as much as possible. So this one is focused on recording. Of course, he does still have his force axe, and so, or not, keep calling it force axe, it's power axe. And again, that's a Max Mini piece. Again, the link's down below in the description. And it's a regular Skitarii head. So the Skitarii bodies, the Ranger bodies themselves, are phenomenal for the use in making a tech priest. I was really surprised. Here's another example using one of the staves from the Electro Priests. But so I honestly think that it's a pretty good way to go about making your tech priest. Now, obviously, it's a kit of 10, so you can make much Skitarii. Throw maybe 1 or 2 into a tech priest, but paying $4 plus maybe a couple bucks for some of the additional parts, you might get a $6 or $8 tech priest compared to, you know, actually buying one of the ones online, you know, 20 bucks or so, for 25 bucks for a tech priest. So, alright, I hope you got some ideas, inspiration from this particular model showcase, especially in the way some approaches to making tech priests, which aren't very common. So let me know what you think below. And again, share, like, and subscribe, and tune in for the next one. Thanks. Bye.